12 organizing products I stopped buying after 60 and what works instead. After turning 60, I began to reflect on how I keep my home. There are organizing products most of us have bought at some point. From pop-up laundry hampers, plastic drawer carts, to vacuum storage bags. They are not completely useless, but in my experience, they tend to be costly, take up space, and don't bring the sense of ease we expect. In this video, I want to share with you 12 such products. Not to deny their value, but to give you another perspective and offer better alternatives. More importantly, I'll suggest sustainable, safe, and truly convenient replacements, especially as we enter a stage of life where simplicity and comfort matter more. I hope you'll find something useful for yourself and your home. And if you care about decluttering, organizing, and keeping your home tidy, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is the motivation for us to continue creating meaningful content. Thank you sincerely for being here. Let's begin with the first item. Item 1. Plastic drawer carts. Many of us have bought those cheap plastic drawer carts at Walmart or Target, which at first seem convenient with wheels and multiple drawers for small items, but after some use, I realized they often just become clutter catchers. The drawers never open fully, so items at the back are forgotten. And if you place something heavy, the whole drawer sags and jams the one below. Cleaning is inconvenient since they can't be disassembled easily, and if dust or liquid spills inside, it's almost impossible to clean. I still remember once storing medicine and important papers in one drawer, and when the drawer got stuck, I pulled hard and everything spilled onto the floor. I was tired, frustrated, and it took hours to put things back. After that, I decided to stop using plastic carts and replace them with sturdy wooden shelves and a few hard plastic bins with handles. This makes items easier to access, easier to clean, and much safer, especially since after 60, we no longer have the strength to wrestle with stuck drawers. If you still have some plastic drawer carts at home, it may be time to think about a more durable solution because our belongings should make life easier, not add frustration. Item 2. Pop-up laundry hampers. Almost everyone has bought one of these foldable laundry hampers at least once because they're cheap, light, and can collapse to save space. But in reality, they disappointed me. After only a few months, the thin fabric began to tear. The frame bent out of shape, and the handles broke easily when the hamper was full of wet clothes. I remember one time on the way to the washer, it ripped apart, and clothes fell all over the hallway. I was upset and exhausted picking them up one by one. On top of that, because the hampers are too soft, they collapse when standing, creating inconvenience and even tripping hazards. After 60, I realized what I need is not temporary lightness, but sturdiness and safety. I switched to hard plastic hampers with large handles, which are lightweight, easy to carry, easy to wash, and last for years. They can't fold, but they give me peace of mind and comfort each time I do laundry. If you're still using pop-up hampers, try replacing them with a hard plastic one. Simple but durable, and I believe you'll notice a clear difference. Item 3. Toy boxes. Toy chests were once seen as a quick fix for families with grandchildren. Just toss all the toys into one big box with a lid. But in practice, they cause a lot of trouble. When everything is dumped together, kids looking for their favorite toy can only dig through or dump the entire box onto the floor. I've witnessed countless times when after picking up, the room turned back into a battlefield, toys scattered everywhere, and adults ended up bending down to clean them all. Some toy chests are heavy with hard lids that can pinch little fingers. Very dangerous. After 60, I see that toy boxes don't truly keep the home tidy. They only pile clutter into one spot. A better solution is using smaller bins sorted by category. Cars in one, dolls in another, coloring books in another, all placed on open shelves at children's eye level. This way, kids can easily find and put away toys while also learning organization habits early. For us, grandparents over 60, the goal isn't to stuff everything into one big chest, but to create a safe, tidy environment where kids can play without turning the room into chaos. Item 4. Age-themed bins. Storage bins with cartoon characters, princesses, or superheroes look adorable at first and excite both adults and children. I bought some for my grandkids too, thinking they'd brighten the room and encourage tidiness. But only a few years later, I saw the issue. Kids grow up fast, tastes change quickly, and those princess or bear bins suddenly look out of place in a teenager's room. They're hard to repurpose because of the overly specific design, and sometimes I find them abandoned in the garage. After 60, I realized that buying seasonal or phase-based items like this just wastes money and space. A better choice is neutral-colored, simple bins that match any room. A sturdy white, grey, or beige plastic bin can follow a child from playroom to study room, and even later be used for books or keepsakes. This saves money long-term, reduces waste, and creates a consistent look in the home. For us, it's not about temporary cuteness, but about the durability and adaptability of household items. Item 5. Wire cube shelves. Those wire cube shelves made of metal grids and plastic connectors were once very popular because they were cheap and easy to assemble. I tried them too, thinking they would save space. But my experience was the opposite. They're too weak, just a few books or boxes, and the frame starts to bend. Connectors loosen and even fall out when moved. Small items constantly fall through the gaps, which is annoying. And with just a little bump or attempt to shift, the whole frame shakes or collapses. At over 60, we need safety and sturdiness, not shelves that might break any time. The alternative is cube shelves made of engineered wood or hard plastic, strong, easy to clean, and compatible with storage bins for organization. I replaced all the wire shelves in my house with cube shelves, and they've lasted for years with no issue. The upfront cost is a bit higher, but the long-term safety and durability are worth it. To me, a solid shelf that safely holds important items is far more valuable than a cheap one that makes me worry constantly. Item 6. Pre-filled spice racks. Spice racks. Sold with pre-labeled jars look neat and attractive, and I once bought a set, placing it proudly in my kitchen. But soon I realized the truth. Out of dozens of jars, I only used about 5 or 6 staples like salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, while the rest sat untouched until they expired, wasting space and making the kitchen more cluttered. Once I needed a new spice, but had no empty jar, so extra bottles ended up outside, ruining the initial tidy look. After 60, I understood I don't need a fancy spice rack for display, but a simple, useful system. I switched to the same size glass jars with large, clear labels, all stored in a small basket. When cooking, I just take out the basket, grab what I need, and put it back neatly. This saves space, is easy to clean, and is flexible to adjust when adding or removing spices. If you have a pre-filled spice rack, try creating your own system. Simpler and far more practical. In the end, what matters is not showing off a tidy display, but having a kitchen that is truly convenient for daily use. Item 7. Spinning craft desk organizers. Those multi-compartment spinning organizers for desks or craft rooms may look smart and convenient at first. I also once bought a large one at a craft store, thinking it would help me neatly arrange scissors, pens, rulers, and all kinds of small items. But in reality, it didn't work as expected. The small compartments with fixed sizes forced me to figure out what could fit, rather than letting me store items naturally by need. The result was some sections left empty, while others were crammed full, leaving things just as messy as before. On top of that, the organizer took up a big chunk of space on the desk, and each spin bumped into other items, often annoying me more than helping me. I remember one time I was in a hurry to write something and had to spin around looking for a pen, but the heavy organizer was awkward, and it took almost a full minute to get it. Very frustrating. After 60, I realized simplicity often lasts longer than complicated designs. Instead of a spinning organizer, I switched to a few small cups or simple plastic containers placed on a lazy Susan turntable. This way it's cheaper, more flexible, and easier to adjust according to need. My desk became tidier, and most importantly, I no longer felt forced to adapt to the organizer. It served me gently. To me, a few small cups can actually work better than a bulky spinning system. Item 8. Coat trees. I once loved coat trees because they seemed tidy and space-saving at first glance. But after years of use, I realized they weren't as convenient as I thought. When holding several coats, the tree took up a large floor space, sometimes even blocking walkways when placed in a corner. Worse, to get the coat at the back, I often had to remove the outer ones, which made the process frustrating. More than once, the coat tree tilted or even fell over under too much weight, leaving me worried and tired from setting it back up. After 60, such risks make me feel even more unsafe, since a small fall can cause serious injury. I replaced mine with simple wall hooks, arranged at staggered heights, some at eye level, some lower for easy reach. This freed up space made clothes more visible and easier to grab. For me, hanging things on the wall not only saves floor space, but also keeps the home safer, tidier, and easier to maintain. If you still use a coat tree, it may be time to switch to sturdy wall hooks. Attractive, durable, and much less risky. Item 9. Closet gadgets. Closet gadgets like multi-tier hangers, cascading pant hangers, or extender bars look appealing at first because they promise to save space. I bought several when my closet felt cramped. But in practice, they made clothes pile up, heavy and hard to access. I remember hanging 6 pairs of pants on one gadget, and it sagged under the weight. To grab the one in the middle, I had to remove almost all of them. It was time-consuming and gave me back pain from bending and pulling. After 60, such a hassle only adds to fatigue. Eventually, I gave up those gimmicky gadgets and kept only good-quality velvet hangers, lightweight, sturdy, and slip-resistant. I also took the simpler approach. Instead of trying to cram in more, I let go of unworn clothes so the closet could breathe. That made hanging and retrieving clothes far easier. I realized sometimes the solution isn't buying more smart tools, but reducing quantity and sticking with durable, basic hangers. Simple, tidy, and truly comfortable. That's what matters in our later years. Item 10. Tiered fabric hanging shelves. Those hanging fabric shelves for closets seemed handy at first. Just hang on the rod and suddenly you have multiple slots for sweaters, bags or scarves. I bought several thinking they'd maximize my closet space. But after a short time, I saw their biggest flaw. Overloaded shelves quickly sag, warp, and eventually tear. Items inside became messy and hard to keep neat, and every time I opened the closet, I saw drooping shelves that made me tired. I recall once loading several handbags into one shelf, and after just a few weeks, the fabric tore at the hook, dropping everything to the floor. I was frustrated and felt it was such a waste. After 60, I no longer want to constantly replace flimsy items. I switched to installing extra solid shelves inside closets or using sturdy plastic bins on existing shelves. This kept the closet neat, easy to clean, and eliminated sagging or tearing. If you're still using fabric hanging shelves, consider replacing them with real shelves or rigid bins. The upfront cost is higher, but you'll gain peace of mind and long-term comfort without worrying each time you open the closet. Item 11. Fabric cubes. Foldable fabric cubes for cube shelves are popular for being cheap, lightweight, and tidy looking. I once bought many organizers to organize living and bedroom items, thinking they'd help sort everything. But within months, they wore down quickly. The sides collapsed, fabric wrinkled, and frequent use warped their shape, making them look messy and unattractive. I once used them for books and heavier items, and the cubes bent, became hard to pull out, and eventually had to be tossed. After 60, I feel I don't have the time or energy to keep replacing flimsy, short-lived items. I switched to hard plastic bins or lightweight wooden boxes with handles. Though the initial cost was slightly higher, they've lasted for years without losing shape. Opening my shelves to see sturdy straight bins brings me relief. For me, keeping fewer but sturdier items truly makes the home more organized and life more peaceful. If you're still using foldable fabric cubes, try switching to plastic or wooden bins. You'll notice the difference in both durability and daily comfort. Item 12. Vacuum seal bags. At first, vacuum seal bags fascinated me. Put clothes inside, suck out the air, and they shrink to half the size, looking so tidy. But in practice, they're not durable. After a few uses, they puncture or leak. One tiny tear ruins the compression. I recall storing winter blankets in them, and when I took them out later, the bags had reinflated, the fabric smelled musty, and I had to rewash everything, feeling both regret and exhaustion. Each use also required hauling out the vacuum cleaner, a tedious process, especially after 60, when bending and handling bulky items is harder. I realized that instead of forcing too much into vacuum bags, a better way is to keep only what I truly need and give away the rest. If seasonal storage is still needed, a few hard plastic bins with tight lids are simpler and longer lasting. In the end, tidiness doesn't come from compressing items smaller, but from selecting and owning less. I hope through these 12 items I've shared, you've gained perspective to make smarter choices towards sustainable, safe, and easier living. A home doesn't need to be perfect, just a place that makes us feel light and peaceful every day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is the motivation for us to keep sharing meaningful content. Thank you sincerely for being here until the end.